All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Ready. 60 or. I got you, boy. Pilot, 64. Ready.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ready? 30 base. 3 pound, 132 fighter.
To throw is Tannehill. This one complete to Ingram. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the running game. It's Ingram hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Yo, Arvin. Bang, 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 bang.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fournette running out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Check 56. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
They'll look to throw here. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I don't think so, I'm short. 49's the Mike. Watch 49.
Second down and inches. He gets it complete to Harris. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, 49. Time to go, night. Slam.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Okay, ready, 49, come on, 49, roll, rest. Check. Shoot, watch the shoot.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
Let's get it. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Man, that's trash.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give them a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Ready?
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Being chased out left. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood, on the ball.
Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the ready. Blue draw Porter. Hey, Alpha.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Let it run and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. A pass there complete to Westbrook. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, it's Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 6 yards. 49 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh,
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
50, plant. 52 right here. General West.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
30 base.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
There's more coming. There's more where I came from. Come on, set. Not a rook. Mike 49. 22, Jet, Bama. 22, Jet, Bama.
Back to throw here. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike 49. In your face.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Get that to Fournette, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tannehill now to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Back now in Jacksonville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. A quick throw complete to Chark. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
Switch gears.
On the run, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We got this.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch the flag.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. How about that? Their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 19, Ravens 15.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big effort that time out of Ingram. 71 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now here's Hill, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's 49. Mike's
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56. Mike. Right there. 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Flush to it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 17-yard line. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
The hitter here, it's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ingram again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
First down, Baltimore.
Okay, ready? 44, Mike, 44. You.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.